So what goes on in the greenhouses during the winter time? This is the very end of December, it's just before New Year's, and you get questions, you know, what do you do with the stuff over winter? You know, how do you overwinter this? Do you heat the greenhouses all winter? Do you leave it outside? You know, what do you do? So I'm going to show you here. I'm Roger for Moonshine Designs Nursery, and I'm not out in the greenhouse right now because it's cold out there and it's warm in here. I'm in my shop. But I'm going to take you on a little tour and show you how we overwinter and what things look like at the end of December, because we are basically shut down. We don't do anything here for quite a while yet before we start cranking things up. But we do overwinter some things. I'm going to kind of show you how we do it. And yes, it's going to be a mess. It's off season, and that's just the way it is, but I'll explain what we do and when we get out there. Kind of give you a little bit of a view here of what things look like when there's snow on the ground and on the greenhouses. There's an outdoor shot of a few of them. And yes, some things get left outdoors. These are all pretty much sedums here. So everything on these benches out here are extremely hardy sedums, and it's not necessary for us to put those inside. However, most of our outdoor benches, as you see, this here is one of them, other than some empty trays, they remain empty over the winter. We don't start stocking these back up till the end of March, putting some of the more hardy perennials out here. Alright, this here is one of our overwinter houses, although this will go into production come probably mid-February or so. And yes, you see algae on the walls there, but before we go into production in here, that'll all get pressure washed. Everything that's in here right now is just perennials that are being overwintered. And do we heat this in here? Yes and no. Temperature in here, we do not let it fall below about 25 degrees. If it's going to fall below 25, the heat will come on and maintain that 25-degree temperature. That way everything in here that requires vernalization for a good bloom in the spring will be well vernalized. So you see things like this ajuga over here, which I'll show you close up. So as you can see here, this doesn't look so good, but it's dormant. And all of this foliage will die off in the spring and new foliage will appear. If this was outdoors, that foliage would be completely gone by now. But we like to keep some of these things in here to keep the critters in the wintertime, they're looking for food, from eating them. And these things that look like grass here, this is all flamenco tritoma, also called red hot poker, and they are dormant. And before long here, we'll be trimming these back down to pot level and let them regrow their new growth for spring and lots of blooms. And just because it's winter and gets cold in here doesn't mean that some things don't bloom. Here's a few of delospermas, also called ice plants. And these yellow ones tend to like to bloom right through the winter. We also keep stock plants in here. This is Scotch moss right here. This is what we take our cuttings off of for propagation in February for shipment in spring. Do the same with certain types of sedum. This is called sedum album. Common name for it is chubby fingers. This does not do well outdoors here in Zone 5, so we do keep this in the greenhouse over winter. Rabbits like to eat this in the wintertime. That's why we don't like to have it outside here. We have too many rabbits. This particular greenhouse here is kept a little bit warmer. We don't let this one here drop below 40. Kind of like to keep it about 40 degrees. That still vernalizes these perennials. What you see in these baskets here are lamiums, and this is what we take our cuttings off of in the spring for propagation. And there's also some catnip in here and cat mint and some oregano and some lemon balm, and some of the baskets go completely dormant. For example, this one here kind of looks like it's dead, but it's not. That is spearmint. We also keep some of the not real hardy herbs in here. This is rosemary. That would not survive out here in the wintertime. And right behind that, what looks like dead grass, that's Carl Forester grass. And those will get cut back here pretty soon for regrowth in the spring and shipment. This here is an example of a plug flat of creeping thyme. And if you ordered that right now and it came to you like this, you probably would want to send it back or get a refund. There's actually absolutely nothing wrong with this. It's just dormant. And come spring, when things get warmed up, this will all leaf out and it'll be full, heavy, dense growth. Certain varieties of ground cover we have, especially in the sedums, tend to ship pretty much all winter to different places around the country where it's warmer. So these are overwintered in these unheated greenhouses here. And as you can see, these are all completely dormant. But the growers that we ship these to, and gardeners and landscapers, understand that this is dormant and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. In fact, if you would look close, you can see the buds for come spring, and put these in a warm location and these will sprout right out. This is part of another unheated greenhouse where we overwinter again some of those perennials that we tend to ship during the winter, so we don't have to try to dig them out of the snow. We also overwinter quite a bit of ajuga in here for propagation in spring. When we get ready to do the propagation, these will be taken into a warmer greenhouse and the cuttings will be taken. So how do we keep track of everything and what temperatures are and all that? Right here this is all remotely done. There's sensors in all of the greenhouses that sends back to a central reporting station, both in my shop and in our house, that gives the temperature and the humidity in each one of the greenhouses. For example, here it's 42.5 degrees with 99% humidity. Yeah, a lot of humidity in here. You go outside, I didn't like that. So that's just a little quick tour of what things look like in the wintertime when we're shut down. Had some questions from some people. I hope this answered it. Obviously, not everything is all neat and squeaky clean and organized because, again, it's off season, vacation time. I'll spend a little time in Mexico here beginning of January to enjoy some warm weather down there and get away from the snow up here. So if you get anything out of this, appreciate getting a thumbs up, always helps the channel. I'm Roger in my shop for Moonshine Designs Nursery. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Link below in the description to our website.